Hello everybody and welcome to Gerund Plays The Binding of Isaac. I don't think I'm going to play The Binding of Isaac a lot on this channel, but I am just going to try it out because I've played this game a lot, and so I'm thinking maybe it'll be easier for me to kind of babble while I do random stuff, because I don't know, although I haven't played it in a while, so I'll have to kind of get back used to it and think about it again. So we'll just see how it goes. This might just be a one-time thing. Oh wow, Mom's knife. So Mom's knife is very fun. Instead of tears, you have a knife that you can shoot. If you hold down the fire key, you have to kind of charge it up to get the knife to go places. And Larry Jr. is very well suited for Mom's knife, because it just tears right through him. Each segment takes damage separately. I don't know why I just picked up Pageant Boy when I had a D6 reroll available. Pageant Boy is not very good, and I really could have just rerolled that and been pretty cool. Two of clubs I'm not going to use yet. What it does is it doubles your bombs. But since I only have one bomb right now, it would only give me 2 bombs. And it also gives you 2 bombs if you have 0 bombs and you use it. So it would be a waste of a bomb to use 2 of clubs right now. So I like stacking up some extra keys. I'm not a big fan of attack flies because I usually try to use them and then get hurt, and I don't really like Ghost Baby either, but I'm just going to take it because why not? I don't know. So this is a Curse of Darkness, so I can't see the map. I don't really remember where I've been, but apparently not here. And Mom's knife is pretty good for taking out Claudius, which oh, darn it. That was bad. Oh god. That's embarrassing. Okay. Small rock is a damage up, speed down. I could probably go for a speed up pretty soon. So yeah, Claudius shoot in a sort of cross pattern. And with Mom's knife, you can shoot diagonally at them around their pattern. I'm gonna pick up an Eternal Heart, and you know what? I'm just gonna kind of go. There's some unexplored area back down where I came from, but I'm just gonna not worry about it because the map was all dark and it just felt kind of annoying. So, take out these guys who spawn spiders, as you just saw. Taking out him first is always a good plan, unless you're too boxed in. And there you see, it's a little bit harder to pull up, but you can shoot diagonally with Mom's knife. You just have to hold 2 directions at once and release both of them at once. If you release one first, then it'll just go to the side. And that's good for any enemy that shoots in a cross pattern, because normally those are really hard to get by just firing straight on, because any way that you can shoot them is also you lining up for them to shoot you. Here's some little fistula blobs. And yeah, I get into a speed up. If I get some extra money, get up to 15 cents, I'll go in the shop and see if there's any items I want. It could not be greed yet, it's too early for greed to appear. I'm not going to go in the curse room, even though I normally always go in curse rooms, but I don't want to lose my spirit heart on that, because not taking red heart damage increases the chance of the deal with the devil. And those are always nice to at least have the option. see what's in here. Holy water is terrible. Sad onion is normally very good, but with mom's knife, it's not really that great. And I definitely should not have used that reroll. I should have gone in here first, so that I could use the reroll on possibly the double room or on this. But let's face it, I wasn't going to pick up holy water no matter what, so everything worked out fine because Squeezy is okay. It's not terrible. I'd much rather have it than the holy water, which is just very weak, not very useful. That was not worth it to me, but I'm not sweating it too much. Check for a secret room. Hopefully, yeah, this gives us enough money to go into the shop and have that be definitely worthwhile. Let's see. Compass is okay. Not super exciting, but I'm not going to be too nitpicky. I'm just going to kind of roll with it. Yeah, the Binding of Isaac was... I remember when I first saw it on Steam, and I had heard nothing about it, and I just was like, wow, that looks like this crazy Zelda-y thing. What is it? I don't even know. And it just looked really cool, but I also was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like that. It looks really gross and weird and disturbing. I don't know if I like that. But, oh, I did not mean to open that golden chest. And like now I've played it so many hours that I don't even like see how weird it is anymore. It's just been very like inured to it. But I just love this game when I finally decided to. Actually, I think I got it in a Humble Bundle. I never actually bought it. And yes, I just skipped the secret room, whoops. But I just really enjoyed this game so much, and I played it many hours. And I also watched it on Let's Plays, Northern Lion. And that's when I first really knew much about the world of Let's Play. And so it was, it introduced a lot of really cool stuff into my life. And now I'm very fond of Let's Playing the concept and several Let's Players. And I just think it's really cool and really fun. And there's sort of a cool relationship that developers, especially independent developers, can have with Let's Players. Because it's kind of a symbiotic relationship of mutual benefit. And that's really fun to have. And so that's partially why I was inspired to do some Let's Playing. Because it seemed really cool. And I just moved to a new city, and so I don't know a lot of people here. I'm not involved in a lot of activities yet or anything like that, so I'm just kind of having fun exploring, and this is like a semi-pseudo social kind of experience. Not really, but you know what I mean. And so I thought that was something really cool and really interesting that I should try out. And so far it's been pretty fun. Although what? I don't even know what I was going to say. But I did become Guppy, and thus I am happy. any run is fun and exciting when you are Guppy. Basically, after I finished everything, the only reason I would ever play anymore was because I wanted to be Guppy. I'm going to take the chariot over to the curse room and use it to get a free curse room. When you have flight, you don't take damage going in to the curse room, you take damage going out, but not if you are invincible, because you have the chariot card, which makes you temporarily invincible. And it has the same effect as the item My Little Unicorn, which is a riff on My Little Pony. But not as you might think, a riff on the newest series, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, or the Brony phenomenon. Apparently, I heard in an interview or something that Edmund Macmillan didn't even really know what bronies were or anything like that. It was just a riff on My Little Ponies, the toys that have been around, toy and show, that's been around for a very long time, not just recently. So, there's a little bit of finding of Isaac trivia. Guppy is this cat form named after Edmund Macmillan's cat, Guppy. And you get Guppy form when you get 3 Guppy items. And those are all the items that are related to this black and white cat. I got 9 lives, which gives you 9 lives. But those lives only have 1 heart apiece. So if you die, it's kind of hard to come back. And I also got Guppy's head and Guppy's... I don't even know. I wasn't even paying attention because I knew I wasn't going to use it. I knew I was just trying to get Guppy. And Guppy, in addition to letting you fly around, which is incredibly useful, see I can just grab these keys. I don't have to use bomb, I can go over pits. There's... oh wow, the mark. The mark is a damage up, and also... fire rate up? I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna head to the boss. In addition to being able to fly with Guppy, you can... you can spawn all of these extra blue attack flies whenever you land a hit with your weapon, which normally is tiers, but in this case is Mom's Knife. And those attack flies do something like twice your damage, which is a lot. And so basically, especially with bosses, you just start pouring damage into them, and it's pretty fun. So yeah, like I said, after I unlocked everything in the game, the only reason I really kept playing was just for the chance to be Guppy and spawn tons and tons and tons of attack flies and fly around like a giant tank of death. Here's War. He's one of the horsemen of the apocalypse, and they all give you cubes of meat. And in this case, I will do a little backtracking to drop some hearts into the little devil beggar, who gives you most likely gives you a devil room item, if he pays out with an item. Hangman is worthless because it gives us flight for a room, and we already have flight. Okay, so he gave us Book of Belial, which isn't that great. And I'm not sure if touching it takes it out of the Devil Room pool, and so, like, I'm kind of doing myself a disservice by touching it. But I'm gonna just re-roll it, and if it's something I like, I'll get it. Kamikaze is kind of fun, but I think I'm gonna skip it. Kamikaze, you do damage to yourself and kind of explode your body like a bomb. And the cool thing about it is if you are pressed against a wall while the explosion hits you, no damage is done to you. And I've actually been wondering, and I'm not sure, if that's how all explosions work. Like, if you're pressed against a wall, if explosions will not hurt you. Because that would be a cool thing to know if it's true. I kind of think no, but maybe next time I search for a secret room or whatever, I'll just try it out and see. And okay, is this just me, or do these bones in the floor look very much like bones? I don't think that's just my imagination. I mean, so there's this one side that has the little two things, and then the other side is kind of... Anyway. Look for yourself. Tell me if I am just crazy. I could be just making that up. Or it could have been unintentional. Apparently there's... If I ever find... Yeah. Here's some poops. So if you look at the poop after you do it, it kind of looks like a smiley face. There's like two eyes, a nose, and a mouth. And apparently someone was like, oh, it's a smiley face, when Edmund showed it to them. And he was like, what? Oh, I guess it is. But it was actually not intentional. Which is kind of funny. I mean, people make faces out of everything, because that's just how we're programmed. But on the other hand, that poop residue really does look like a smiley face. So I don't know. I knew that would be a pretty quick battle there with Mom. I will peek into the library. I don't like libraries that much unless I'm going to be farming them for items, because I don't really want any of these books. But I like libraries in real life a lot, because there's just tons of free books. It kind of blows my mind that libraries really exist. They seem so strange that our society would value knowledge that much. And not even just like knowledge in a fancy snooty way, but like there's so much like just entertaining stuff at a library. There's just books that are entirely just for fun, and you know, and movies and music, and although I don't really know if many people get, you know, music CDs from the library these days. I personally use Spotify, mostly. because I tend to listen to albums as a whole. I don't know why I do that in particular. To me, it's just, I don't want to listen to random things, because then it like reactivates my brain every time it switches. I don't know what's coming next. And so if I'm listening to music while doing art or something like that, then it'll make me think about what's going on every time the song changes. Whereas in an album, I kind of get used to it, and then it just becomes like one giant song. It's all one piece that I'm like agreeing when I start to listen to. And so my mind just kind of feels the next song coming as it's coming. And I don't know, maybe I find that reassuring or something. So yeah, for whatever reason, I like to listen to albums all at once rather than sort of a shuffle or a radio or picking my own playlists. Although I do kind of like listening to playlists that other people make, because it's sort of because then it's like they made an album using a bunch of artists' songs that they like. And then I can like think about that album in relation to, like, I can think about the ordering of the songs and what sort of the rhythm of the album as a whole becomes. Because I like having the sense that there's a journey that has been gone on when I listen to an album. I tend to like songs that are very, like, albums where music across the album varies a lot in tone, and so giving the sense that there's kind of ups and downs, and that there's kind of a narrative, even not a direct one, but one that can be inferred from listening to the album as a whole, versus just a bunch of little pieces of music. Like, I like the Killers. I like some of their music, but whenever I've tried to listen to a Killers album, I always get this feeling that it's just everything sounds like Killers, 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 and it's hard for me to, I don't know, something about it is very strange. It's hard to listen to a whole Killers album. I don't know why that is. But, you know, they do some great stuff to be thrown into a playlist made by someone, not me. I don't know. Maybe I should try making a playlist at some point. It feels like a, I don't know, it feels like a strangely large responsibility to me to be creating an album out of random people's music. What if they hate each other? What if I am putting their song right next to a song that they can't stand? I actually have never thought about it that way. I'm just kind of babbling, but it's, I mean, maybe I think about it that way. It's kind of interesting. Okay, so the Isaac fight, which I almost just lost here by dying, is kind of an annoying fight. The more... Yeah, these are gross items. The more tears you fire at him, the more tears he fires back. And so you have to... You're at a kind of a disadvantage if you are firing tons of shots. Um, wow, I'm just fighting daddy long legs after daddy long legs. Whoa. No. Okay, do I think that I can beat Blue Baby? I am not sure. I am really not sure. But I will go back here to reroll these items to see if I can get anything to help me out. I'm not too excited about these options. I'm gonna go to one other room, which ended up being a grave miscalculation. In fact, I may just lose here, which is kind of shocking. That was not expected. And now I feel like, oh my god. Now I feel like I should explore more because I have one hit per room to not disadvantage myself any more than I already am disadvantaged, because that's a terrible way of wording that, but the idea being with Scapular, you get a hit, where if you get hit to half a heart, you get a Spirit Heart. And since I have half a heart and a Spirit Heart, every time I get hit, it resets my health to what it already is. That's confusing, but basically you'll see every time I get hit, it's like nothing happens. And I have that once per room due to Scapular. Ugh. Keep getting those 4 Pokies rooms that I'm not a huge fan of. If I could get just a couple hearts, I'd be totally cool with going to face the boss, but apparently not. Yeah, my speed is becoming a problem here. You saw it with the Super Lust and with the Super Wraths. I just couldn't get away in time. If you'll remember, I took the... There's a heart. I took the... Uzets. The small rock, which is a speed down, and I haven't gotten any speed ups. So... I'll grab the heart. And now I don't have that advantage from Scapular giving me the Spirit Heart, so it's probably in my best interest to go face the boss now. I'll have one hit, and then after that first hit, I'll be able to get one more hit. That hit will give me invincibility due to the Polaroid, and then after that I'll have one more hit because the Scapular gave me a Spirit Heart, and then after that I die. I think I'll be okay though because, when I have Polaroid invincibility, I can also do poison damage due to the virus. Now I have one more hit plus invincibility, and then... Okay. Oh, get the heart. Okay. I made it. I didn't play super well, but I wasn't too worried, so... that's the end. I made it to the chest. That was a fun little run, and yeah, it was good to play Isaac at least once on recording to just you know, pay homage to the game that brought me to Let's Playing. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.